Hello, thanks everybody for joining us today. I'm Sarah Legband, and this is my friend Esther Rhodes. And Esther is one of the writers on our Substance Moms writers team, and she wrote a devotional called Motherhood is New. So, Esther, I can't wait to hear all about it. Can you share a little bit about your devotional?
Absolutely. So in 2014, I welcomed home a beautiful baby girl, and she was nothing short of a miracle. We also had a 3-year-old at home, and we were honestly overjoyed. Shortly after, though, I ended up in the ER multiple times with constant flu-like symptoms and fevers and pain, and no one knew what was going on. I just remember feeling just desperate, saying, Lord, you just gave me these babies, and now I can't take care of them. And I was shortly after actually diagnosed with an incurable illness that required me to travel for treatments. And it just, what I thought was going to be like an 18-month journey turned out to be a journey I'm still on today. And that is 7 years later. So during this process, I just remember holding so much guilt. So much guilt. It was kind of my identity. I had these beautiful kids, I can't take care of them, I am not enough. And I didn't even know it. And I was operating out of that space of just trying to compensate for something that I felt was so my fault. And I remember a specific night, my children were acting very, well, I should say, wild and free. And I just had a meltdown in my closet, and I cried out to God, and I said, Lord, I don't know what to do from here. I don't know how to be enough for them. And the Lord said, forget the former things. And I remember saying, the former things. And I remember hearing, you need to forgive yourself. And I was like, forgive myself for what? Honestly. And as I was in the closet and just sobbing, I needed to forgive myself for being sick and for being absent and taking on their behavior as my own fault.
Wow.
And so I forgave myself, and I can't say it was an overnight thing, but it slowly started to change my perspective of motherhood, and it became newer. And Isaiah talks about this in Isaiah 43, about forget the former things, I'm doing a new thing. Can you perceive it? And the Lord has, over the years, helped me perceive that He's always doing something new, and that even though I had limitations, He still chose me as a mom. He still chose you as a mom, and He knew what you'd be walking through, and He still made your kids yours, and you their mom, or us their mom.
Yeah, wow.
Yeah.
I really feel like that is so good for all of us to hear, because we all go through those types of seasons where we just don't know if we're enough, and we listen to those lies, and to just attack it with that
Right.
scripture, no, forget the former things.
Right.
God's doing a new thing
Yes.
in us as mothers. So is there one encouraging word that you could share from, through your devotional with the moms that are listening?
Yeah, absolutely. So honestly, I humbly encourage you just to take an inventory of your heart. If you are holding on to guilt or any sort of shame in your motherhood, which, let's be honest, I'm sure some of us are, and to some extent, offer it to God. He already knows, He's already there, and He's always making a way on your behalf. He's always giving you tools and different methods to parent your kids, but more importantly, He chose you to be their moms. And He knew the struggles that you would go through, and He still chose you.
Thank you so much, Esther. If you want to read Esther's devotional, you can find it at substancechurch.com/moms, or click on the link below. Thanks for listening.